I just love how your hair is grown out. A little scream rinse and conditioner, and it'll look faboo. If you don't look dead, we don't look dead. Oh, hello, kiddies. You're right on time for your appointment. You know, it was always one of my ghouls in death to open my own scare salon. Now let's see. A few shrieks in your hair would look good. A bouffant would look even better. Or maybe you'd like to try tonight's dye fashion statement. It's a nasty nugget that asks the question, zombie or not zombie? I call it halfway horrible.
You've got to help me, Dr. Viscous. It's our son's eating habits.
You said you were cannibals, right?
Yes, that's why this vegetarianism thing scares me.
No need to worry. For one thing, vegetarians are probably much better for him. I like to stalk one myself from time to time. My advice is to let him fiend himself. The little nipper will never learn to maggot on his own if you're too busy protecting him. Our next caller, Leo, thinks his wife is cheating on him. Let's hope for her sake he doesn't catch her in the act. I call this sickening psychodrama As Ye Sow. Greetings, boars and ghouls. I'll be with you as soon as I finish with this customer. We were just going over some of the terms of his coverage. I'll bet this is one clause he won't be getting out of. Tonight's nasty nugget concerns a man with a problem. He wants to collect on his life insurance without dying in the process. I call this little annuity the trap.
Hello, Spy Kitten here with another eye-opening expose. In today's video, we will be discussing rap
and The Last Watchman, bringing you this feature presentation before I have no connection to the outside world. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. This is more in-depth look at Tekashi69 and his new video FEFE, and with the dark man carrying him through the two pillars of the Illuminati. And in the next year and a half or so, you start to see more violence in the rap game for music produced by this guy, and he's steady conjuring up gang violence and music, making other gangs participate in his type of music. the streets will tend to seem more violent. Thank you. Subscribe to the channel. This is The Last Watchman.
Rapper Tekashi69, his brand new music video, and his involvement with the Illuminati. So let's get to it, because there's much more to this than meets the eye. Tekashi69 is nothing short of an internet sensation with a massive cult-like following. He has built his career from the ground up and has continued to amaze skeptics as the months go on. I cannot deny his success.
But for every great actor, creator, music star, there is always a great downfall, and rappers never, ever tend to last long.
But Tekashi definitely gives off the persona that he has a mind and will of his own, and that he answers to no one, what some would call a do-what-thou-wilt attitude. But that is just what he wants everyone to believe. As we know, celebrities always have to answer to someone, whether their label, their fans, or the media. But Tekashi has an even greater authority to adhere to: the Illuminati, the secret society ruling from within. And truth be told, he's not too afraid to admit his clear involvement in it. And even though some may scoff his statement off as a complete joke, Tekashi was being serious, more serious than we can ever know. Now, before we can dive into and expose his newest music video called FEFE featuring Nicki Minaj, we actually need to decode why Tekashi is so popular amongst the youth, and why he's the perfect person to further the Illuminati's dark agenda. The thing is, Tekashi is not afraid of what people will think of him. His bright-colored hair and colorful smile is a subliminally welcoming message to young adolescents and kids. The newer generations are very drawn to him because of these exact bright colors that he displays. This is actually a scientific fact, not even a theory. According to psychologists, color preferences are deeply rooted emotional responses that seem to lack any rational basis. Yet the powerful influence of color rules our choices in everything. From the food we eat and the clothes we wear to the cars we buy. Marketers and graphic designers have long known that color plays a major role in the success of any marketing campaign. Specific colors tend to stir certain emotions in customers, thus creating brand relevance and motivating purchases, something that Tekashi69 has beautifully mastered. For example, think of McDonald's and their advertising campaigns. Like most fast food restaurant chains out there, they use the colors red and yellow to stir customers, and especially young children, into feeling hungry, thus furthering clientele to eat there. And this is just one example of thousands of how bright colors affect our emotions. And speaking of McDonald's, think back to why parents invite colorful clowns to children's birthday parties. It is because the persona of a clown gives off a very warming and welcoming image to some. So welcoming that parents usually don't even look into the background of the man behind the clown. The history of the modern-day clown is drenched in the occult, and it is more symbolic than most people even realize in reference to the entertainment industry as a whole. In essence, clowns, or even jokers, are there to entertain you, just like most celebrities. They are one and the same. And I believe Tekashi knows and has accepted the spirit of the clown that flows within him. He even went as far as having Jigsaw tattooed on his face, as well as purchasing a chain depicting him, which he hangs around his neck. And now that we understand Tekashi a bit more, let's take a look at his newest music video called FEFE. No matter how goofy and innocent this music video looks to the average viewer, many won't notice what is actually going on. As we begin, in the very first scene, we can clearly see what looks like eyes all over the background. It isn't until the video zooms out that we realize those eyes are within the mouth of some kind of a beast made out of balloons. You might wonder as to why there would be hundreds of eyes within the beast's mouth. Well, the eyes in the mouth represent the amount of souls that the beast system, or aka the Illuminati, have in their clutches. The creature made out of balloons, which is the centerpiece of the whole video, serves as the beast mentioned in the End Times book of Revelations.
Revelation 13. And I stood upon the sand of the sea, and saw a beast rise up out of the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and upon his horns 10 crowns, and upon his heads the name of blasphemy.
The alleged meaning behind this video is truly astounding. The beast system, or aka the Illuminati, is welcoming Tekashi into the fold. And who better to welcome him than none other than Nicki Minaj, the rap princess of the Illuminati herself. My point is further proven at the end of the video when Nicki Minaj takes Tekashi by the hand and walks him directly into the mouth of the beast. Tekashi is now in alliance with the secret society that he has always wanted to be a part of. This contract has costed him his soul, and the Illuminati will push him to do their bidding. In fact, the night his initiation video dropped for the world to see, something truly strange happened to Tekashi. He was robbed and kidnapped by an unknown hooded man. We may never know who these people honestly were, but we do know it is a part of his initiation, a show of the power the Illuminati holds over him, and a warning to keep silent.
And the photo also represents the closest picture they can get to him in death, just as well as they done Michael Jackson and other celebrities getting Michael Jackson to pose in caskets when he was younger, just the obvious MK Ultra predictive programming.